This is Dr. Jennifer Edwards, a Texas LEAP Fellow, and I had the pleasure of interviewing Dr. David Blanke, a professor of history at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, about the core outcome of teamwork.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. My name is David Blanke. I'm a professor of history at Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, so a sister institution to here at Tarleton. I've been there since 2001. My teaching, the courses that I generally offer are History 1302, which is part of the core. That's a U.S. survey since 1865 to the present. And then my areas of specialty are Gilded Age, cultural history, and urban history, and I teach those at the undergraduate level and the graduate level.
Wow, and you and I had a conversation about the core and then the learning outcomes and the core objectives that the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board wants us to highlight in our courses. So I have a few questions for you. My first question is, let me know about A&M Corpus Christi and how the core is incorporated.
Sure. I'm very proud to talk about it. A&M Corpus Christi, and just for an abbreviation, I'll use TAMOCC.
Okay.
Has been very interested in the role that the core plays in student success, both long-term in terms of retention, but also in terms of their ability to develop the types of skills that we feel a university education should provide. So even before, this was back in the 1990s, that university was developing an integrated core curriculum that was designed specifically for first-year students. These are traditional age freshmen. Obviously, we've assessed and focused that assessment on a number of changing criteria, the latest obviously being the coordinating board's standards that are applied and that all universities, public universities in the state of Texas are examining. So that learning community program, I was not there. I came to TAMOCC in 2001. I believe it started in 1998.
Wow.
And has garnered awards in terms of how the system operates and I think how we kind of keep tabs on student success.
That is amazing, and thank you for providing the context.
I wish I could take credit for it, but I'm a participant. Yes.
But even the explanation of the context, even though you indicated you were not part of that process, is amazing, and so that's inspiring to me. How do you incorporate the core objective of teamwork into, or whether you or someone who's part of your learning community that your course is paired with, how do you or others incorporate the learning outcome of teamwork into their teaching or assessment?
Sure. Just as a little bit of a backdrop, those learning communities are created out of traditional first-year students. Say 200 will be placed into a learning community and they're either linked with other large lecture courses, History 1302, maybe a political science or environmental history course or something like that. And individually the students will be then broken into smaller cohorts of 25 students. And those students will, as a cohort, take a 1-hour seminar course and usually an English composition or now a communications course. And so within the large lecture, which I teach, we spend a lot of time before the semester linking how we approach the course with those smaller breakout sessions. And to that end, the teamwork focus really is actualized in the seminar course. Last semester, what we did was a first-year Islander celebration for research, and this was something that we've done a couple of years in the past, but the twist this year was working with other students within the learning community. And so there was an individual component, obviously, but also the idea of being able to share the intellectual process of identifying a topic, a thesis, research parameters, and then obviously the presentation. All of those take time. All of those take a reconceptualization of your learning outcomes from the professor to the teaching assistants to the students themselves. And so the one commonality to all of the assessment, and the one that I think most faculty have now recognized as a positive rather than a negative, is the amount of out-of-classroom time that's required to be able to do this well.
What an amazing explanation, especially of the learning community concept. We have learning communities here at Tarleton, and it's inspiring to hear other A&M system institutions incorporate those as well. And also the incorporation of one of our high impact educational practices, which is undergraduate research, which is very exciting, and that's what I'm responsible for the state right now. What were the challenges in incorporating teamwork into courses?
Well, there were many. As I suggested, one of them was the need to understand and prepare for a coordinated research project that would then be shared within the various participating courses of the learning community. As I mentioned, that takes time, and that takes makes changes into the normal course room environment that you would typically kind of step into. The other challenge is obviously the students themselves learning why teamwork is a necessary or a factor of a learning outcome that is valued in the university. We try and model that. We try and show them as often as possible that the learning community faculty are collaborating. We try and talk about our own research projects and agendas and how collaboration and teamwork play an integral part to that. It certainly is a process that we recognize one semester at the university is not going to make them experts in this. And so a part of the assessment of it really is, to me, a key part of the assessment is recognition, is that the students recognize what it is that they're doing and why. Not necessarily that they've mastered teamwork, although we obviously have to measure some sort of progress, but they're aware of the role that teamwork has in their intellectual success, their success as a student, and obviously more importantly, their success after graduation.
That is awesome.
Thank you, Dr. Blanke. And everyone, please remember to follow Leap Texas, LEAPTEXAS, on Twitter and also on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe.